Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the divisional round playoffs on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Orlando Wizards. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Orlando Wizards. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
First down, Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here. Winston now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they work this out past the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. To throw, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Wentz. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the starting defense.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Wait.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Winston. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jackson to return. One quarter down, 8-0 to score. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. On first and goal, Howard. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Second down, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. On play action, Winston. He'll get this to Eckler. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Play fake. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing his Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Continuing to fight for more and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. From the red zone now, Wentz flushed out right, and it's caught. Touchdown! Alshon Jeffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 27, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's action. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
And that's complete to Jeffrey. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second? And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Carson Wentz saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Eckler, 62 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first and 10, here's Wentz. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he works free. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 27 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A pass complete here to Conley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Ready. Let's go. Watch tight end. 4 down. Shit, go.
On first and 10, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. Third down here. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. He'll run it, flexing his muscle at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On 1st down, Wentz flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. 70 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To throw, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Alshon Jeffrey. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jameis now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Third and short yardage. Winston. He completes it to Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up in a play.
This is caught inside the 15. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 53 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wentz going to throw, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Orlando.